Cretans, Cretans, Cretans. Hello. Welcome back to the Car Guys Be Like podcast. I'm your host. We still alive. I feel like it's been a long time, but it honestly has not. Just time has been flowing that way, I guess. But as she's flowing, keep on going. But yeah, man, welcome back to the Car Guys Be Like podcast, brought to you by Skunkwerks Projects, where we are still 5, almost 6 months into 2025 self-sponsoring. That being said, y'all need to go on ahead to the website, www.skunkwerksprojects.com. That's with an E, not an O. And support the team, man. Support the channel. Go ahead and buy y'all some fuel injectors from Fuel Injector Clinic and other merch and parts as well. We got a lot of stuff available, as you can kind of see if you are watching today. Case in point, the neighborhood Sancho wearing the thick Latinas and turbo noises cap. He also is sipping out of the old 2JZ swap whiskey glass. I haven't drunk enough yet. So that being said, man, I am your host. But first, I got a special for one for y'all today. If y'all are not watching the pod right now, if you've not seen the pod or not heard the pod, typically this is the part where we ask D, where you at? You're right there, ladies and gentlemen. We got D on the pod.
And the crowd goes wild.
And the crowd's going berserk right now. Paintings are flying all over the place. It's insane. It's crazy. God damn it. Babies are crying. I don't know. It's insanity. But yeah, man, D don't grace us with his presence in 2025. We called it, man. We said 2025 was gonna be our year. Here it is.
It is.
But as usual, Henry, you're dead to us.
Where's he at?
Probably trying to race that Porsche at the fucking red light, like you said in group chat or some shit. I don't know.
Nah, he can't get into his car because his door don't work.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. You deserve that shit. So
I'm just saying, everybody who's been on the podcast, their doors still work.
Hey,
I mean,
knock on wood. The math is mathing right there, baby. The math is mathing. But let me go ahead and introduce y'all to the rest of the boys. Y'all already got D's kind of intro, but we have the neighborhood Sancho, most notorious, and then y'all know him, y'all love him, y'all want to be him, y'all definitely gonna want to be him after his business finished getting transacted. The Instagram blue check holding Francine Spighton, Hydrocon 122, ladies and gentlemen.
What?
I don't know. I keep giving you a blow up doll like a different name,
Bruh. We not bringing that out today.
Bobby Jean, I don't know, man. Whatever.
You know she got to come to Summerfest.
Yeah. She actually needs
God.
She does. She needs
maybe.
She needs to be posted up. Like she could take pictures like on Panda.
Either you bring her or I'll bring a side chick out for you.
Hey, they
Woo.
God damn. But all right, man. Y'all got anything y'all want to tell the people before we dive into today's topics?
Hell no, let's start grilling them. Let's
start grilling them. So ladies and gentlemen, he's ready, hopefully. Again, welcome back, D. We glad to have you, man. You made that cameo last year and we ain't never seen you since, bro. Where you been?
Been busy. Busy.
That's fair, dog. Like, hey. Yeah, man. So why did you write this in the script? I have to read it now.
You see what I'm talking about?
I have to read it now. I have to. So yeah, if y'all don't know who D is like OG member of the team. Like he said, he's been fucking busy. So that's why he ain't been around. But
that's not the reason. You read the reason why he hasn't been
I was
around.
about to say that's not what it says.
You read the reason.
I was doing my PG host duties, but the actual reason is due to performance anxiety and a weird fetish that he prefers to watch. For this episode, at least, because we don't know if he's gonna fucking regress into the night. So we cannot say
It's the last one.
where you at.
After this script, you might.
Yeah. So, D, welcome back again. So yeah,
Glad to be
man.
here. Glad to be here.
Yeah. So for the people, man, because you were not here for episode 1, so you're gonna have to tell the people who you are, what you about, and about your weird watching fetish, big dog.
Oh God. Yeah, I'm out in Washington State. Yeah, I used to be a Subaru guy. Got tired of blowing engines, blowing up transmissions. So now I deal specifically with Fords. I got a 2017 Focus RS.
Let's go.
I have a 95 Ford Ranger with an EcoBoost swap in it.
Nice.
And I got a 64 Thunderbird that's just waiting to get some attention.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, man.
All Fords. All Fords.
I like that lineup. I like that lineup.
It's good. It's a solid lineup, though, man.
Good years. Some good years.
Good
Hell yeah.
years. Good years. We'll see.
Yeah, man. They're years for sure.
Sancho just over there like chomping at the bit.
Hey, I know.
Like, get me section 4, like right now. But, all right, man.
All
So,
the hate in his heart.
yeah. It's pretty much gonna be a Scat Pack episode whenever we find somebody to get all here.
That's all right. I got a lot of hate for my favorite people, though.
Hey, that's true. That's true. I don't got no favorites.
Oh, God.
Grab Scat Pack, fuck you. Straight up.
Well, like you said, you've been an OG member, so
Yeah.
you kind of talked about how you got into Fords. But why don't you, since you again missed our inaugural episodes and like the 26 episodes after that,
Yeah. Quite a large number.
why don't you go ahead? You already told us who you are. Why don't you tell us like how you became a member of the team?
I don't know. You asked me.
Yep.
Simple.
I
Next
was like, I
question.
ain't doing nothing. So, I mean, yeah.
Doing anything? Nah. All right.
All right, cool. You with us?
Yeah. You're in.
Now, how did it come up? Like, was y'all just like randomly talking about cars, or did y'all,
No,
like...
I think I saw on Harrison's Instagram that he had taken out this engine from his BMW like 17 times.
You helped with one of them.
That's kind of
It's
accurate.
true. And I was like, yeah, I'll hop on and help this man out.
Hey,
He needs help. He's desperate.
that's what I'm talking
But I mean, good on you, man. Because I'll be honest, I'm not breaking down no engines. If I need an engine built, I'm going to some professional. They're gonna build it for me and ship it to me.
Nah.
Yeah,
It's
so
all
when
right.
that's the benefit of being poor. You don't have that choice. It makes you feel.
That's it, man. But all right, man. Well, shit. Tell us, what's the journey been like? How'd you? Yeah. What was the? What's the word I'm looking for? I was trying to look for a fancy lad word, but what was the moment where you were just like, you know what? I like men. I want to get in the Ford.
That is not where I knew that was.
I didn't even have to write that one in there. I don't know if I had to find like a proud dad meme just for that one. That would be a good one.
Yo, you gotta clip my reaction. That shit caught me off guard.
Hey man, y'all host his own one. I'm recharged, boys. Host is recharged.
Sheesh.
I've been napping. Fucking on one.
Oh my god.
Energized,
Energized.
fresh.
Yeah, so
I don't even know how to.
aside from Fords, man, like how did you get into cars to begin with? Because I know it's kind of like how we, aside from being forced to work together, that's kind of how we kind of got that relationship built outside of work, like just kind of like being friends.
Man, I don't know. I think growing up I grew up in the South, man. I'm from Tennessee, so just seeing like, and in Tennessee it was all about like the old school G bodies and stuff like that. So just seeing that around, starting to slightly get into cars. And then I won't say it's sad to say, but when that first Fast and Furious came out, that changed the market.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
You know how many people I know who were running around in 92 to 95 Civics blacked out with green neons on the bottom?
Bro. We all thought we was Hector.
Engines.
Meanwhile, couldn't nobody afford no damn spoon engines.
Nope. We was all at Pet Boys getting everything.
Oh man. But yeah, I mean, of course, there was interest before that, but I think that was really like that first, like people will say Initial D, but I'm like, nobody knew about Initial D until very few people.
I was about to say,
very few people knew about Initial D.
We had that on the episode already.
Until Fast and the Furious came out and like blew up the market.
Bro,
you know what?
Like,
I'll be in your corner, D. I didn't know about Initial D until after Fast and the Furious.
I had my pirate.
We had the car group.
So it's almost the same thing as like ask someone today who's like I'm real into anime. I'm like, have you seen Akira?
They'd be like,
what? I'm like, all right, just stop, bro.
Punch him in the fucking throat. Like,
okay, dog.
Let me just out here.
Yep.
For the anime nerds out there, y'all motherfuckers have not seen.
Man, remind me to show y'all what I got my wife for Mother's Day. Then,
all right, Roger that.
I forgot y'all anime nerds, and I'm not.
But yeah, if y'all ain't seen Akira, don't even say you into anime, dog.
I tried. I did. I gave it an honest try.
It's weird as fuck.
Yeah.
It's not for everybody.
I've even brought up a couple, and I'm like, you
gotta earn it. That's like rite of passage at that point. Like,
yeah,
it's rite of passage.
OG,
for sure.
Punk status.
Damn.
But man, as corny as it sounds, I think Fast and the Furious like set it off for a lot of people. And then, of course, wanting that unattainable. So once this is like early 2000s when the WRX was just coming to the US.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Got into Subarus. Subarus had me in a chokehold.
Bro.
Until
you hit a tree like Corey.
No, I don't do that.
Damn.
I
caught it straight.
It's crazy, bro.
Like, if you don't know, man, those Subaru 5-speeds from like the early 2000s to mid 2000s were glass, right?
Yes, bro.
So if you had a WRX, Legacy GT that wasn't the Spec B, man, you had a trash transmission. So I felt that, man. I had an 06 WRX, and I remember the day I blew third gear in it.
Oh, I was just about to.
Man,
why'd you say the gear? I was gonna guess.
I was on my way to. I had to took a break in the Jump Master course. Come back to Sideline JM, bro. I hit a little bump. I was going all of a sudden, and I was like, oh. So yeah, man, just
major deficiency right there.
That money shit.
Yeah, you know. So fast forward, to the Focus RS started coming out. And I'm a weirdo, man. If I can save some money on something, I will, right?
Mm-hmm.
So a brand new Focus RS in like 2017, 2018, it's like 40 G's. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's one of those cars that like
it was new and like it was a Focus, so everybody was still turning their nose up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But like people who knew were buying it and just murdering people at the track with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Road course, So I kind of saw that and I was like, you know what? I bet you I can find one that was a wreck and repair it.
Mm-hmm.
So I just got on, man, Copart and just started looking around. And I found one. This is the funny thing is I'm in Washington State. I found one that was wrecked. It was in a rollover in North Carolina.
Yo,
like I still pick out pine needles out of the engine bay sometimes.
Oh,
right. So it had 2,500 miles on it. It was in a rollover, right? And they let it go for like 20.
Damn.
So I was like, oh. Yeah. And they were like, yeah, we'll ship it to you.
Oh yeah.
So Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So it got shipped to me. I picked it up at the Port of Tacoma, limped it back home, and then just started repairing it. And it was just like, oh, the door is smashed in. All right. I'm like, we'll just unbolt this door, put a new door on, or used door on. You know, I'm like, the one cool thing about that car is that it's pretty much they took the Focus and just jammed all this, you know, advanced shit into it. So, you know, you have the rear drive unit. And you can make it, you know, you can push a button and it sends like what 70% of the torque to the rear wheels.
Yes.
So if it's like slightly wet out, you can do some decent drifting in it.
Nice.
But yeah, man, I was like, okay, I can fix this. You know, oh, the hood smash. Take the hood off. Put the hood on. And then I'm like, oh, I'll just paint it, you know. So yeah, you know, and here we
What
are.
color was it?
Huh?
Was it already black or was it a different color?
It was already black, so that kind of made it easier with spraying it, you know.
Yeah, so he's being humble right now, but you painted your car yourself, did you not?
Oh, before I did that, I'd installed the wide body kit.
That's what I was about to say. I was about to say, I'm pretty sure he made some wide bodies.
Oh yeah, some forged
carbon
carbon going on.
Yeah. You know, ladies and gentlemen, no big deal.
Yeah, right.
You know,
It's
no big deal.
Look, man. Okay. Am I going to hold a candle to someone who's been painting vehicles for like 20, 30 years? Absolutely not. But I mean, if you can, like, you know, just put the time into it, then you can paint a vehicle, man.
Hell yeah.
Is it going to look as good as like a professional? No, absolutely not. But man,
So
the average person probably won't notice.
So when you come to Summerfest, you're going to paint the BMW first?
Hey.
You want me to paint that thing?
Hey. Oh,
The parts that are still here by the time you get here. That's it.
So the big thing is the prep, man. Prep work for
Yeah.
painting it's
a beast.
So I'm starting to take apart the Focus right now to paint it again.
Oh yeah.
I'll paint it this summer, and I'm actually gonna paint it outside. Yeah. So because like
you
talking to some of
going
these
like
old heads
a booth or like straight up outside?
outside, talking to some of the old heads, they're like, "Yeah, man, get up early before the bugs come out, spray it outside." I was like, "What?" They're like, "Yeah." They're like, maybe put like a pop-up tent over it, you know, to catch like fallen debris or whatever from the air. They're like, but yeah, just paint it outside. And some of these old dudes are like, all my cars, he's like, I painted outside and like it's pristine, you know. My shit's not gonna look that good, but it'll look decent.
See, I always thought that like I'd paint my shit and then like you was talking about the bugs, like I'd come back out like an hour later and there's like mosquitoes stuck to the side of it or something.
Got that.
Well, the thing is like you gotta make sure you get the right what is it called? I'm dumping on it now. But when you put the additives into the paint, right, you need the right
like hardener or whatever.
Yes. So like your flash is whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Like, depending on the temperature. So you can either do like a fast or you know one that's
you got a point there.
And plus, man, wet sanding fix anything.
Yeah, it does.
Yep.
My first car that I painted, wet sanding, like that made everything.
Yep. And even then, like because I'm more like paint gun, you know, compressor, like real paint. But man, the advancements in rattle can,
dude, they even have like the little like attachments
2K
you can
clear
spray it
in a rattle can.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
It's crazy.
Yo, Corey, you might have to come down here a week early.
Oh, see, see what's going on.
I even got some 2K clear satin.
Yeah,
look at that.
And the
oh, it's a satin finish too.
Man, so yeah, dude, like,
dude, I've seen people paint cars with turbo cans.
Yeah,
you do enough prep, it's all right.
Yeah, do enough perp.
It's
You
all
got
about the
this.
prep work.
God damn.
I'm gonna go with that slide.
Yeah, a lot of perping. God damn it.
Yeah, man.
Matter of fact, since you're from Tennessee.
Uh-oh.
I know y'all seen this. Dr. Enough.
Dr. Enough?
Never heard of it.
I've never heard of that.
No.
What?
I'm from Memphis, man. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we don't count that as Tennessee anymore.
This the hood out there.
That's barely even Tennessee.
That's Arkansas.
It's the hood out there.
Those who know, I have a long-standing beef with Memphis, so
we got Graceland, but everything else is the hood.
Shit.
First 48, always me.
Yeah, that's what you got.
Back,
You got
over
that too. Don't sell yourself short. You guys got first 48.
Mm-hmm.
You got John Morant and all this
Bro.
fines.
And you see him.
Yes.
That man don't
That
care.
man can't do nothing now.
What's he doing now? Is he throwing grenades?
Yeah,
Bro, like,
At this point, he might be
that
launching.
man can give a thumbs up and he going down.
At this point, John Morant's next celebration will be him with the Death Star blowing up that fucking planet.
Oh God. God damn it, John Morant. Shout out to John Morant, man. The celebrations are
For real though. Like, I'm here for it.
yeah, we for it.
Just let that man live.
Before we
real.
move on, I do just again because you've been such a big part of the team, but the people necessarily haven't had a chance to see everything that you've done. I want you to give us a quick build breakdown of the RS because that's the thing you've definitely put some work into.
Yeah, honestly, I don't even know.
So surprisingly, like I haven't done a ton of work to that. Mainly just like so AirTech. I will give a shout out to the UK. The UK is pioneering engine building and just cars in general, man. Those
ain't that where Kyle first started?
Yeah.
If
you didn't know, like the UK, man, they don't got V8s. They ain't got these nice V8s we got, you know. I think they have like a few, but not as many as of the US, you know, because we're just gluttonous. So those dudes, like, man, the Ford Escorts, you know, like all these like 4-cylinder, you know, small displacement with the turbo engines are just like they're the heat in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have something like that, like you know, a 2-liter turbo whatever vehicle, and it has UK support, I'd look into like the stuff that the UK has. I can usually order something from the UK from one of those specific shops and have it here within a week.
Oh yeah.
And that's usually the first place I go and look. So AirTech is a company in the UK, made a wide body kit for the Focus RS and, you know, ST, which it's not a bad kit. It's just the attaching points for it they leave a lot to be desired. But I got that from the UK, you know, had it painted, threw it on, didn't really like the way it looked, you know. So then I was like, okay, I'll just get some more fiberglass and some, you know, some body filler and blend it in. That lasted a decent, you know, time, but Washington roads, I don't know, man, I don't know what it is, but if anyone out there lives in Seattle, you know what I'm talking about. Seattle charges people the most amount of, like, you know, gas tax to fix the roads. Seattle roads are hot garbage.
Sounds like my city.
Hot garbage.
Yeah,
so, you know, driving
too.
on hot garbage roads, slowly but surely, you know, started cracking the body filler. So now I'm in the process of doing a complete tear down of the kit, and then I'm gonna do fiberglass throughout on all those fenders, and then I'll paint, you know. But other than that, the wide body kit, the engine has, like, you know, just a few bolt-ons and a tune from the guys down at Surgeline in Oregon. Yeah, that's really about it. Probably my favorite thing about the RS is, like, it doesn't need much. I mean, from the factory, it's 350 base horsepower, 350, you know, torque.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
So it's good out the box. When I took it up to PIR here in Washington in Auburn to, like, do some track time with it, it's beast, man. That thing just, oh, you want to turn? How fast are you going? How tight is the turn? Oh, cool. I don't care.
Yeah. This is fun.
So yeah, it doesn't need much. However, I will here this year I'm gonna pull the motor, probably get with the dudes from Speed Performance, because they're like the experts on anything to do with Mazda or Ford, you know, the 2-liter or 2.3 liter. Probably get a build from them, throw that in. You know, ideally, when I was thinking about this build, I was like, I want to have the same horsepower to weight ratio as a Hellcat.
Okay.
So that puts me at about, like, I think it's like 500 roundabout crank horsepower. So I was like, that's easily doable. So
Yeah.
So yeah, because
the
I think the
RS
last
motor.
time I was at PIR, there was a young kid there with a brand new Audi R8, and man, he was murdering it. Like if you've never done like any like track time, someone's coming up on your rear and they're faster than you, you give them a point bar, right?
Mhm.
Get out of the goddamn way.
Mhm.
And I was just like, this dude is probably hitting 160 in the straightaway, which is like crazy because like I'll be trying and I would hit like high 120, low 130 in the straightaway, and I'm like, how's this dude like skating by me like it's nothing? So a little bit more power. We'll see what we can get out of it.
He's nasty.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to get Henry to do.
Brand new. I was like, this dude got temp tags. And this dude had to be like, he's probably like 23.
God damn.
Woo.
Yeah. I'm like, damn, must be nice, man.
Must be nice. Must be nice. One day, boy.
Yeah, right. But I mean, like, I YouTube is crazy these days because the most popular people on YouTube all have like those unattainable cars for the common person, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or the cars with the unattainable horsepower for the common person. I'm like, do you really want 1,000 horsepower, K whatever
Daily driver.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm like, dude,
Don't need
like
I don't need that on my computer.
That
I'm
yes,
good, bro.
bro. Fast.
Yes.
No.
I'm like,
don't
you've
need that.
obviously never driven in rush hour Seattle traffic.
Yeah, like I want
I'm
that,
not- yes.
but I don't want to drive it
I do
everywhere
not
I go.
want to take that.
I've been stuck on I-5 where you can wait for the light to get on the interstate.
I don't want to drop my
Right?
kid at school because the judgment I would get having that fucking.
So, like, for me, man, horsepower to weight ratio, like that.
Yeah.
If more people concentrated on that, man, the algorithms on YouTube be completely different.
Wait, you said
Yeah,
complicated
for
word.
sure.
Mopar boys are not gonna know what that word means.
They don't know.
Bro.
Absolutely, that thing's a boat, bro.
Bruh.
And
For
the
real.
new one, which I'll be the first to tell you in a minute. I'm anti V8 like a motherfucker.
Okay.
My guy.
Can't stand them. Heavy
Easy recruiting pitch when I met him.
anti V8. Like, no, I'm good. For instance, the 64 Thunderbird, right? I was kind of talking to a friend of mine. He was like, "What's it got in right now?" I was like, 392 FE. Oh, I'm like, yeah, I'm taking it out.
Yeah, I would too.
They're like, what? I'm like, yeah, man. I was like, why? I'm like, I could do probably a single turbo 3.7 liter V6. And he was like, whoa. I'm like, yeah, man. Hey, it's about efficiency.
Yeah.
So
So
and
let's-
a buddy of mine who has like a newer Mustang is like, you're gonna, he's like, you should do a coyote swap. I'm like, man, everybody's doing coyote swaps, which
Yeah.
is great if you want to do a coyote swap and you want something that easy button, because you can just go online and be like, coyote swap,
Coyote swap, turbo kit. That's it.
or hey, coyote swap, give me all the pieces I need to swap a coyote into X vehicle XY,
Mhm.
great, but I'm like, man,
gotta be different.
yeah.
Doing it different.
Well, like, I'll do something, that I want to do that I think is cool.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, Coyote Swap's a badass. And
They are.
it's an amazing VA. It's just,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I feel too.
Yeah.
Yep. So like,
I'm not saying I wouldn't do it.
yeah,
Oh yeah, I definitely. think that.
absolutely.
Probably.
But like, I tell myself that like once I hit 50 years old, I'm gonna get a kit car, right? Who is it?
Factory 5.
Factory 5, right? They're Cobra. I was like, when I
Yeah.
turn 50, man, that's me, my present to myself.
Mhm.
I'm gonna get one of those. And people are like, yeah, you put a coyote in it. I'm like, hell no. My thing weighs like 1,900 pounds. You put a
Factory
coyote
5
in it?
EcoBoost.
Yeah.
I think people are just too like into like wrecking the cars out here. That's what it is.
They
I mean,
just they
that's-
don't understand
It's most Mustangs.
that you can have too much.
Mhm.
Yes. Yep. Once again, we're Americans, man. I want it all.
Hey man.
Yeah.
we're
Do you
great.
need 900 horsepower to drive to work?
Yes.
To
No.
Home Depot?
Great.
I tell you what, it's as someone who loves who's always chasing like a horsepower number.
Yeah.
But also never actually driving the car they build. like people, we get so wrapped up, like you said, on those horsepower numbers, but it's always people who've never spent time on a track and who have gotten passed up by a Miata.
Yeah.
Like,
okay, there were some nice cars at the track the last time I went, right? A lot of BMWs, man, a couple M3s, some like 335is, getting murked by a dude in a BRZ.
Let's go.
Just murked. I was like, damn, this dude was driving the shit out of that car.
they can't drive, but
yeah,
the BMW guys couldn't drive, but
nope.
It's all right. Yeah.
You know,
And like a couple dudes like, yeah, I got this turbo kit, blah 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 blah. I'm like, cool, bro.
Nice.
You've been getting lapped.
you gotta be going straight long enough to build boost, first of all.
Yeah.
You have to be able to brake right going into that turn and be able to carry your speed through the turn.
Yes.
That's one thing. It was wild with Henry because when he hits the track repair after we do miles, we usually take it to VIR.
Mm-hmm.
And the first time we took it out there, which I don't know why Henry trusts my work enough to go jump straight to the track, test it, but he does, and God bless him for it. I let him go first before I drive just to make sure. And like the first year, we were getting some pretty good like top speeds coming out of it. And the car handled pretty well. We came back the next year after he put the wing on, and it cost the speed on the top end, but we were able to carry so much more speed through turns, especially with braking and the suspension system we put in there. That was like, you don't need the power. Like, we didn't do anything for power. We actually cost ourselves speed and got faster, if that makes sense to people.
Doesn't. You just blew a lot of people's mind.
Right.
Yeah, fucking insert weird like science memes. The more you know.
But hey, man, if you're a person out there and you're just about the horsepower number, do it up. I mean,
go drag racing. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, man.
At
like,
the track.
But
the amount of those people who actually drag race, though.
Yeah. Do not pull up on a hot hatch thinking
Yeah.
it's not.
Weight is still a thing.
Yeah.
Unlike all you Mopar guys out there, unlike APR, power to rate is a number that does matter.
Yeah. I always giggle when they pull up at the red light, and I'm like, you don't know what's about to happen to you, huh?
Right.
Okay.
I can't wait to do that in a 3-row.
Yeah.
It's coming. It's coming.
Like, you need
that motherfucker is
a lowerable window to pull off like the seat. Be like,
I talked him into getting it, and I was still surprised by it.
Yeah.
If we're talking about horsepower to weight ratio, that's a great segue. Old buzzword into mini trucks.
Oh,
yeah.
Let's go.
Oh, no, you're not glossing over my favorite subject.
Oh. God damn it. We tried.
You're not glossing over my favorite subject. It was nice. This one is specifically for you.
You did it so smooth. I missed it too.
All right, I guess we're glossing over the infamous section 4. But well, D, how and why are Fords gay?
They're not. How are they gay? Okay, all right. The only people I know that don't like Fords are like old school, like country dudes who are like, man, Chevy, the bow tie. I'm like, bro.
Oh, that makes the best.
My favorite. My favorite is this.
He right though.
You know what Ford means? Found on the road dead. My wife says that shit. I'll be like, what?
Yeah.
You haven't driven a Ford? Shut up.
Shout out to the Chevy boys.
Only Ford I ever had break down on me was my 7.3. And it didn't even like actually break down. It was just like, I want to say the alternator went out, which I mean, it was a freaking 2001.
Yeah.
And I had like an injector wire go out, but I wasn't like driving anywhere. I was at my house messing with it when it didn't work.
Didn't you drop a Ford off at my house because something went wrong with it?
No. I want to say that I drove it up there, and then
you did. You drove it. To his credit, it did drive to my house.
But then, like, it was something with the exhaust that you said you wanted to look at. I think that's what it was.
Yeah, I think it was an exhaust thing.
But it wasn't not working.
It wasn't not working. It just was not working right.
That's okay. It was still driving.
Like all my cars.
Hey.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Do they? You sure?
Yeah, that's what I'm like. Wait a minute. Hold on now.
They don't work right.
Stand by one.
Now, to be fair, the Silverado still works right.
Okay.
The Mazda worked right until I just let it go completely and just didn't touch it for a year. It just needs a battery.
I mean, I did drive this same vehicle back to the beach.
You did. You're welcome.
Jesus Christ.
I think this man fixed an exhaust leak.
I did. I just hit it with a wrench a couple times. That's
like he fixed the tune on it. Or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm pretty positive it was an exhaust leak.
It drove better once it left.
Why you got a laptop out when it's just an exhaust leak? Just wait.
I had my little what's the little kid's laptop, the V-Spec.
Oh
yeah. I was like this.
Yeah.
The count says moo, and boom, that bitch was running.
The OG VTech laptop with seeing shapes on it and shit.
Hey, that thing was nice though. It was like a 95 F-150 with like a 505 speed. It was decent.
Nice.
It's a nice truck.
It was a long bed though, so that was.
It was.
Hey.
That bitch barely fit. I know actually it didn't fit in the garage.
Hey,
so, I as much as I hate on them, man, I give you a chance to really dive into like what really drew you to Fords, and like I know they're not as bad as I say they are. I've slowly grown to appreciate a few of the things, especially EcoBoost engines and the Coyote. So like, it's your chance. Open mic, man.
I think at a point in the automotive industry where everyone's just kind of doing the status quo, right? There was a point where everyone was like, I'm going to throw a 2-liter turbo engine that makes 200 horsepower in this car to replace the V6s. Everybody was doing that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that was just status quo for the longest time. And I feel like Ford came and was like, we're going to put a 2.3-liter turbo on this motherfucker and make it 350 horsepower.
Yeah.
I was like, who does that, right? And then if you could take it even further, you could say the Coyote, right? That motor. Because they could have just, done everyone. Oh, let's just do the same old, I don't know, what LS engine, whatever, same. Okay, but they didn't, and then even take into account the 2.7-liter twin turbo that's in like the Ford Fusion Sport, which is a beast, and no one even knows about it.
Yeah, and dude, like that. And I mean, a lot of people know about the show, but like it's slept on too. But that Fusion, I've only heard like a few people, like a handful, bring it up.
Yep,
it's a beast. Isn't it?
Maybe that's what. Maybe I just like the odd Fords.
Yeah, the oddball Fords.
I mean,
but I will say this. I like the modern day Fords. I don't know what was going on like back in the day, like the 90s, but Ford was putting out some I forget what year it is. It's a Ford Taurus. I'm just like, yo, what
the bubble?
No, I know what you're
the bubble.
Taurus. Yeah.
I'm like, Ford, what, dude? What
so
was
you
going on?
Was it the SN95 is also shit?
Yo,
and also they had chances to create something great, right? But they were just stuck doing what everyone else was doing. Yeah, like for instance, the Ford Contour SVT.
Yes,
I'm like, dude, why wasn't that rear-wheel drive?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
They could have. I mean, dude, even the Probe, the Ford Probe,
Probe, front-wheel drive. I'm like, bro, what?
Man,
when I first saw one of those, somebody kind of had it hooked up, and I thought it was rear-wheel drive. I was like, oh my god, this is good. And then
so many jokes and like preparation for my parents to buy me a Probe as my first car. Like I was like practicing in the mirror, like I had my little fake steering wheel. I was like, "You ready to get probed?" Like, I'm probing. Oh man, they did not buy me a Probe.
So it hasn't always been amazing. But I think, man, like 2015 on, man, they just started killing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. They made a little.
I can agree with that.
I think once they ditched the mod or can't say the mod motor because Coyote is a mod motor.
Yeah,
Once they ditched the
ditch it,
Triton
Yeah.
motors,
Yeah.
like that generation on, they were
that was trash.
Yep.
Yeah. But they're doing good, man.
They still can't figure out oiling issues.
Yeah,
but
no. But they're definitely
everything else. They got the efficiency nailed.
Oh yeah.
Like, I can't think of more efficient engines than the Ford engine, especially their, like I said, the Coyote, the EcoBoost with the cylinder, the head flow rate of the cylinder heads is just stupid.
I mean, even like trucks, man. Like they might not necessarily be like priced perfect, but like when you look at like towing capacity versus like what you're all getting, Ford's kind of killing it, whether people want to believe it or not.
Yeah.
I said what I said.
Two of the three.
You about to
Coyote?
You about to pull up that bow tie real quick?
No. There's only one scenario where the bow tie beats the F-150 right now, and so the Coyote beats the 5.3 hands down. The 3.5 EcoBoost beats any fucking engine you can put in a Silverado or GMC. But that 2.7, which is the most produced, like volume wise, the most produced version or most produced engine that goes into an F-150, can't compete with the 2.7 in the Chevy.
I can agree with
power wise, torque wise, tow capacity wise, which tow capacity is really more of a suspension and drivetrain thing. But it just doesn't match up.
We gotta send Sancho a bow tie.
I have one.
No, like
I'm gonna wreck it soon, but I have one.
You should have just had a little, like an actual,
Oh no, I've got one of those too.
Let me tell you about
it's funny. Like, Corey will tell you, I wanted to get a 3.5 EcoBoost.
Yeah. When
I went to buy a truck, it
wasn't.
So did I.
Getting one here, and then the price for it was.
The price was dumb.
Yeah. I could see that.
Yeah, I was reluctantly looking to buy an F-150.
Hell, I looked for one when before I got the Explorer.
But they made an ST with a 7-passenger. We'd be there,
bro.
We'd have them kids sit on each other's lap. Call it a day.
After that barbecue grill I put in Panda yesterday, I should have brought
Yeah.
All right. You want to introduce this last question for this segment? Because I can't let D get off the hook. Corey, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
Of all people, you gotta be the one.
Of all people. Bring it all home, Corey. Bring it all home. Do it.
So name.
Come on, you can do it. You can do it.
Name 3 ways that Chevy is.
Oh, he can't even say it.
Sound it out, Corey. You got
better than Ford.
Cheap engines that make decent power and can get swapped into anything.
Hey.
All right, I'll give.
I can agree with that. I almost choked.
3 in 1.
I know, dude.
You
Bro, you were.
Which honestly, it's pretty much in line with the video we did with the Coyote versus LS. It's cheap and it's plentiful.
They Legos, man.
They are.
I go to Junkyard right now, pull a 5.3 out of some old SUV for like, you get 154.
Well, you heard how much we paid for our giveaway engine we're building, right?
What?
Complete engine, $100.
Let's go.
That's what I'm like.
Oh man, yeah.
Like
I can agree. You can't beat that.
Everything.
We out here.
You can't beat that.
Can't beat it. God damn.
All right. D survived the gauntlet.
You survived the gauntlet. D,
Again,
congratulations.
I took a
Corey
stray.
You stray.
Strays abound. But we're gonna move over to an interesting topic for the evening, man. Mini trucks. Let's go. All right. Well, D, this is your show, man. Literally. Tell the people what per se, if they have not seen one already, which hopefully they probably have by now because they're everywhere. What a mini truck is, and why the fuck are they missing out on the glory of the mini truck?
So I guess if you want to talk about what people consider a mini truck online, right? 2-seater, usually single cab, or sometimes the extended cab, like the Ranger XLT. I think the Tacomas have like a slight extended cab too, right? Where like not a second door, and you can barely fit anybody behind those front 2 seats. But it's
those jump seats,
right?
Yeah,
it's jump seats. Yeah,
jump seats. So preferably 2-wheel drive, and why that is because that opens up your swap options. But the reason why people are missing out on it, if you're someone who's into like, if you want to like get into like engine swapping and like, taking a car from nothing and building it up, I don't think there's a more cost-effective platform than a mini truck or a small truck.
Yeah, and it's easy to work with.
Yeah.
Yep. If like we can get more into it, like weight.
Let's get into it.
The weight,
get into it, dude.
They don't weigh shit.
They weigh nothing. So for me, and like we're not talking about I guess mini trucking kind of has like a bad connotation, because like when people think about mini trucking, they think about like in the 90s, crazy ass paint jobs, slam
hard bodies,
tons of chrome,
the Mighty Max.
Yes.
Shout out to the Mighty Max.
I was just talking to my homie with the Nissan hard body earlier.
That's it.
Which, hey man, it's a technique.
That had.
I mean, granted, this was like early 2000s. Yo, I've seen a few of those that are actually kind of beast. I can't remember what the engine is that comes in those. Isn't it an RB?
In a hard body?
Yeah.
No, I don't think Nissan put an RB. Chad, you would know more than anybody. I think put an RB into probably an SR, if anything.
Yeah.
I think it is SR.
It's SR.
One of those is a monster, and people don't really know about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to say it's like a Fox body engine. You could just toss a big ass turbo on it and send it.
No, probably SR20. Or the Nissan at the KAs, right?
Yes.
And like their 240s.
Yeah.
Nissan likes boosted engines.
I mean, that's another thing though. Those mini trucks, sometimes you could get them with like an upgraded engine option. Even like before, like motor swapping them. So you have that little body with that torquey engine that people like. They just look at it as a work truck, but I mean, you do a couple little things to it, and you got a little speed demon.
Yeah.
Which is funny, like not to keep stealing from your shine, D, but I think like modern full size trucks, like full size pickups or quarter tons, are kind of catching on to the thing that mini trucks have been doing for a while, which is getting an efficient small engine, throwing a turbo on it or whatever to kind of help give it that extra kick. And letting it work there. So like I said, we talked about it, like the 3.5 EcoBoost being like 4 quarter tons. They're like the highest tow rating engine capacity out of the entire class. You got, what is it? Dodge has the Hurricane engines now. The Chevys with their 2.7s, which are just as strong as their 5.3s now. So, but like mini trucks have been doing that for decades already.
They making a comeback though, man.
Yeah.
Like y'all seen that Maverick?
Yeah,
with 700 horsepower.
Yeah,
that's insane.
It's gonna be a fun generation of mini trucks. People are gonna learn. A new generation is gonna get introduced.
Like, do not.
Like, I'm specifically talking about like getting like a 2-wheel drive, smaller truck from like the 90s, right? Early 2000s. Mainly because, so if we want to talk about like cost effectiveness, right? Making your dollar grow further, you can get like, okay, I bought, this was a 95 Ford Ranger. It had like 280,000 miles on the 2.3 liter Lima engine, which is like a single overhead cam, a whole 112 horsepower.
Ooh, that thing's cooking. Basically,
right? Basically, so yeah, I bought this. off a meth head for like $1,000.
Yes.
Yo.
I love this story.
Yo.
Yes.
Yeah. I live in a very rural area.
Listen.
Oh.
Hey, that man has so much meth.
That truck has to run off methanol now.
Yeah.
Like, it has to.
Yes.
That's the only option for that.
Yeah.
Yo, you know,
So
like that's about how much I paid for mine. I think it was $7. But yours is probably in way better condition than mine.
No. Okay. Okay. The first thing I knew I knew I was gonna tear this thing apart, right? So the first thing I did was rip out the interior. I'm pretty sure I found like some flakes, some crystals from some had a very odd smell to it. So I was like, the interior has got to go.
It's like had a weird look, weird smell, weird taste. It was weird going into the bag.
Yeah, these truck was an F check. Clearly. Did you get proof of life on that meth head after you gave him $1,000?
Absolutely not. Man, I got the title.
That man had the best night of his life.
Nope. I was like, did you see this truck on the road ever again?
He didn't go. That boy went to his dealer.
He's not even sure it was his truck to sell.
Probably not.
Inadvertently wipe the meth head off the fucking planet, bro. How dare you?
But man, cheap, right? And also my thing is this. So a lot of people, a lot of kids, whatever, people want to get into like rural drive vehicles, right? Mm-hmm. And it's especially for like, that weekend drifting or like drifting on a corner every now and then.
Or drifting in the Target parking lot like this fucking kid in the Accord the other day.
Yeah, do it up.
This is my face the entire time. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
He's trying, Chad. That's what he's doing.
Trying to do something. They were waiting out of Target, and then they just started doing these dumbass donuts, and I'm just like,
at least it's not in an intersection.
Yes,
fair.
Yes,
it's fair. Don't fuck up my Target though, bro.
Yeah, you go to Walmart for that stuff.
Target's where
keep it classy,
civilized folk.
But yeah, like don't go out there and pay drift tax on these. Man, every time I see a 240 or 200S or 240 SX online, I'm just
S13, and they trash too.
Yeah, they are like junk. I'm like, you want $7K for
a car? I got to rebuild totally.
I know what I got, dog.
Yeah.
He knows what he got. He knows what he got.
Yo.
Yep. Automatic, 1985 240 SX doesn't run. I want $8K for it.
I know.
Right?
Because somebody's going to pay it.
Exactly.
Somebody will pay.
Exactly. Took the words out of my mouth right there.
Somebody's going to pay it.
Pay for that.
Somebody will pay for that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just for the longest time, man, I wanted the 96 240 SX.
Yeah.
Throw on that what is it? The Rocket Bunny.
Oh, the Rocket
Bunny. Like an old school muscle car. I was like all about it.
Yeah.
Every 240 SX I found, man, was clapped out, and they wanted like $10K for it. I'm like, nah, I'm good, dude.
That's just like a Tacoma.
Yeah. Oh, Tacoma tax. Especially
taco,
bro. They hold their value.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
Found a 95 for like 20 grand.
He knows
what is happening here. Hey. 195,000 miles.
Which is wild because you can get a Hilux imported for less than that right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Which I would definitely do, like handle like this, bro. Like, bro,
unless you plan on driving fast in corners and it's just gonna roll over.
Hey, listen.
I'm here for it.
Give me one of them 4x4s with a little diesel in it.
Yeah, the Hilux is gonna land on its fucking feet. And
it's gonna land somewhere.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
So what?
All I know is it's still gonna drive after it lands, no matter what.
Barrel through that corner, and people gonna be like, "Oh, you okay? Perfectly fine."
Back in my neck's broken, but this truck,
fucking mint.
I'm gonna get a Hilux, and that's gonna be the license plate. It's gonna be fucking mint.
We gotta get a Hilux. We gotta get a Hilux.
Yo,
well, yeah, if you're trying to get into rear-wheel drive, vehicles, man, get yourself a mini truck, right? Let's say mid-90s, two-wheel drive. Like when I bought this, I just wanted it to get home. He's like, I'm like, I don't care about the engine. He's like, I just rebuilt I don't give a fuck. And I was like, it's gonna get me the 3 miles home. Yes. Okay. Cool. that's fine.
Yeah,
I would have told it, you know, because I knew what I wanted to do with it. So my thing was like, yeah, man, like cheapest you could find, and then gut it, rip out the single. Or it still kills me that these, you know, I get it, you know, it took time to like, you know, develop better engines, but this 2.3 liter single overhead cam that came in this thing, the same engine that's also was in like the mid 90s Mustang. I'm like, really?
Yo,
wow. Like you said, 90s Ford was ass because
they were
BMWs, Toyotas, Nissans, they were all running dual overheads at that point.
All I'm gonna say is that little 90s Ford Ranger, that shit hauled all of that equipment, the engine and the transmission, across town back to Harrison House, and then still made it back home and didn't blow up.
You know what? That's cool. I can finish a marathon. It might not be a worthy performance though.
You don't finish a 48-hour marathon. I finished though.
We all know that one guy that had a fucking 30-minute 2-mile time.
Yeah,
that's okay.
That's fair.
He got it done.
You got it
just
done.
hanging out.
Hey, that Ranger put in work though.
It put in work.
No,
And
if y'all could have seen the squat on that,
I turned around and sold it for more than I bought it for.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, because one thing about those old motors, single overhead cams, those things would run forever. There's a reason why they're
simple.
You know, these vehicles are used as work trucks.
Yeah,
simple. Just
only thing go wrong with them is like a charcoal canister or something crazy like that.
Yeah. But I mean, like, what do you expect when you have a 4-cylinder that's closed deck?
Yeah,
you know,
like
it's gonna last forever. Yeah,
it's true. Man,
it's begging for boost.
For real.
Throw a smooth 30 pounds at it. It'll be good.
Listen. Hey, man, so
it'll survive.
It'll live forever.
It'll do something.
So since we are bringing up all these pros, and why we should do mini trucks, what's some cons? Like, give us some of the bad.
So one thing you're gonna kind of look at is they're older vehicles, so the interiors and like you're probably gonna be dealing with rust, trash interiors.
Meth.
A big thing is the
meth in the cab.
Yep. Another big thing is you might have to deal with is depending on the platform you choose, right? So the 95 Ford Ranger has the 7-inch rear end, right? Which ain't bad unless you plan on putting like 500 wheel horsepower through it. Then it's not gonna do well, right? Axle wrap, all that. So since they're 2-wheel drive, man, and then since all the weight is in the front of the pickup, you're gonna have traction issues. So it's like if you're gonna go over that 200 wheel horsepower range, you probably should look into fatter tires, ladder bars, 4-link suspension in the rear, get rid of the leaf spring, stuff like that. Other than that, man, like I don't really see any cons. Like I can take this thing to Home Depot, load it up, right? Go home and do whatever. It gets great gas mileage with the 1.6 liter EcoBoost swap. It still can do donuts and drift.
So
yeah, I mean, I guess the only con is just it's an older vehicle. You're probably dealing with rust. Depending on the engine you choose to put in it, like my thing is like get one of these old mini trucks and my thing is to do a turbo 4-cylinder, right? If it's a turbo 4-cylinder for something like the EcoBoost for Fords, you're gonna have to find a transmission that mates to it. This is also where the dudes in the UK are like leaps and bounds above or ahead of the US, man, because they're like, they're all about designing engine adapters for the transmission to fit on, and like they run exclusively the Mazda RX-8 6-speed.
Damn.
And they're like they've done all the testing. They're like this is what you want. So yeah, I just kind of followed that whole thing. And those things have been made to swap behind, the K swaps, K engines, the EcoBoost. But yeah, so that leads to another thing if you're gonna deal with is like engine management, right? Mm-hmm. Like there's especially these modern engines, man, like you have to get like something that's gonna bypass all of that random electronic, stuff that's in there. And once again, Europe, man, leaps and bounds ahead of us. There's guys out in a company in Portugal called Surftronic who exclusively they do wiring for the Volvo electric fuel pump or electric power steering. Yes, which is like crazy. It's a huge thing in Europe. And I just recently heard of dudes here like getting into it, but yeah, they exclusively make wiring harnesses and like get past all of the crazy whatever what little unit they like came up with and like design, and you pay for it, they ship it to wherever.
Nice.
So the point, like I hooked in the wiring harness from like EcoBoost motor to it, hooked it, like figured out how to get into the truck and whatever else, and turn the key and everything pops right on.
Nice.
Yeah. So they just make it easy. So like, yeah, man, if you're gonna do a wazoo swap, you're gonna have to figure that out.
Yeah.
Put the work in, lady.
Yeah.
Put the goddamn work.
I mean, and then you got to think like motor mounts, which I'm just beginning to kind of like start to learn how to weld. So for me, the motor mounts, man, I just found some like 90-degree, very thick metal that was on the back of the like underneath the vehicle that was taken off, and I was like, I just cut this and drill some hoses in, and boom, I got engine mounts.
Oh.
Yeah, and then like I think
solid.
Chad, D is a 60-year-old man.
He is. He is definitely like the OG. Like,
so, like another funny thing is like I made it a point not to throw away any bolts I took out of the old engine, right? So the old engine, I removed it and the transmission, and I posted it on Reddit, and I was like, "Hey, anybody want this?" And they're in the Ford Ranger group, and dudes like, "Oh yeah, blah blah. I'm in Oregon. How much you want for it?" I was like, "Send me a 6-pack of Coors Light."
Hey.
So this dude drove up from Oregon,
let's
3-4 hours with his dad and like mom to pick the engine and transmission up. I was like, I'm like, yeah, man. I was like, there's a corner store right here, CCP. I was like, just go give me a 6-pack.
You could at least have 12.
You thought I was joking?
Yeah, I'm like, I don't want it. It's just gonna sit here. I'm like, I refuse to sell things online anymore because of all the broke people out there.
Yo, it's so
I'm sitting right here,
God, bro.
I'm like, bro, I put a price on there.
It's
you
so annoying.
Or you gonna give me like your sob story? Like, bro, yeah, bro. My mom died. Like my grandma died too. My grandma died too.
Yeah.
Like my dog died too. Like I get it, bro. Like I get it. Like if
shout out to the dude
life, maybe you shouldn't try to buy. It's craziness, man.
Bruh, ain't no discounts, ladies and gentlemen. Get your shit together.
The dude that got the engine and the transmission, well, just the engine out of the RX-8, he hounded me for like a week and a half after I told him that I didn't want to sell it. And like I didn't care because I was going to take it out on my time and then I'd go from there.
Yeah.
This man said that he'd come and help me take it out.
Bro.
Like no lie. My man's pulled up in a Honda Civic with the engine hoist broke down in the back. He put it together in my driveway and then we pulled that motor out and lowered it into the back of the Honda Civic.
Nah, man. Nah.
Hey man, he was about that life. He was serious. You wanted him a fucking rent.
But yeah, stuff like that is why I'm like, dog, I don't even want to go through the headache of like
Nope. I refuse to sell things online anymore, man. At least locally, right?
Yeah.
I will throw something on like a message or a forum specifically for that vehicle, and I'll gladly ship it. But locally, man,
it's annoying.
Yeah.
Listen.
Then I'm like, if you show up here and you ain't buying it, we got problems.
Yeah, right.
You don't get shot at that point. Like, you're wasting my time.
Yeah. All right, dudes.
We can talk about the price. No, we already know the price.
You know the price.
It's why I had a dude drive down from I think like Charlotte to get the pistons out of the 2J, the GE pistons. The worst, the GE VTI, worst piston and rod combo you can get out of the JZ. And dude drove with his girl for the 2.5, 3 hours to get them. I'm like, bro, you sure you want these? Like,
I want them.
You
I
doing
know
a
what I
lot
got.
more for.
I know what I got.
And I think by the time he got here, he was
I
like,
know what you got.
He was like, oh, you said you wanted this. Okay. I know, but he said this price. Like, bro, you can take them. Like, I don't even.
Get out.
You can just take them. Like, you want me to grab some other pistons from the house real quick that might last a little bit longer?
He's
oh no, I can't afford it. Like,
you deserve,
man.
You deserve these.
Like, bro, if you asked me to drive 30 minutes for fucking GE VVTI pistons, I ain't going.
That boy said, Francine, get in the car.
Thanks.
Get in the car. Got a deal.
Hold on. I got to play it real quick.
Oh, my God.
Oh, man. So, D, we talked a lot. You gave us kind of the breakdown, the pros and cons of mini trucks. So what would you say, bias aside, is the ideal mini truck build?
I'll be honest, man. I love the Nissan hard bodies. They just, number one, they have a ton of aftermarket support. Just because of that whole like mini trucking scene. And they look mean. And then since it's a canvas, man, you rip out the old engine, you put anything you want in there. So like, I know the most support now is for like K swaps, the smaller EcoBoost, like the 2 liter and the 1.6 liter. Especially if you want like a cheap engine that you can get like almost anywhere, right? Then 2 liter EcoBoost out of like Ford Edge, Ford whatever, the Ford Fusions. But yeah, and then you just got to get the programming for it somewhere offline, and boom, throw it in the vehicle.
Yeah. So money aside, what would you build?
I mean, probably a older Toyota Tacoma with like with a 2JZ in it. Because I mean,
we got at least one of those things.
Yeah.
So yeah.
The old Taco JZ,
right?
Yeah,
Why not?
Man. I've seen a few of them. That's kind of what inspired me to do the Ranger thing, because I was like, man, these tacos cost too much.
Yeah,
maybe I can get like a Ranger or something like that, because at the time I was seeing them for like 500, 700,000, something like that. You can find them.
They're able to keep forever if you're not doing the true mini truck thing. Like if you want to keep it off road, like there's a transmission that mates straight up to the 2J that keeps 4-wheel drive.
Oh shit!
Damn.
Nice.
So yeah, that would be like the dream, I think, mini truck. Like just aesthetically, like it just looks really good, But also the early 90s Ford Ranger, right? With either an EcoBoost swap, or if you could, like a 3.7 liter V6 out of like a 2014 Mustang, and then take the engine with the transmission that goes with it, and that's an easy swap.
Got some drive shaft and you're in there.
Yep.
Nice.
I like those in the what is it, the B2000? I think it's
Was it Mazda?
Yeah. It's basically a Ranger, but I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm still gonna say, if you give me money aside, I'm taking, like I said, the hard body and a VR38 swap.
Right? Yeah.
I'm killing myself in it, but
Like you
the best minute 42 seconds of my life.
Death trap.
Zero traction.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man. You notice he didn't say an RB in there, Chad. Just want to throw that out there.
Listen, guys.
I mean, before I did an RB, man, I'd do a what is it? The
Atlas
Ford
Vortex,
inline 6.
4200.
No, the Ford inline 6.
I don't know. I like engines.
Ford Vara.
Oh,
yeah. All right,
Yes.
I retract my previous.
Yeah.
statement.
I was about to say, you
yeah.
sure about that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and
Beast,
pull that
man.
all the way back.
Listen, guys. I'm gonna build an RB fucking Hilux. And roll it every.
That's all right. Let me 2J swap your Skyline.
God damn it, no. Don't leave my precious baby out of this. God damn it. Well, I'm depressed now. All right, man. So what are the goals for the Ranger, Dean? It's a big plan, man. Master plan.
So I got the 1.6 liter EcoBoost out of a Fiesta ST.
Hey. What up, my boy?
Honestly, I mean, other than like a big turbo, 300 wheel horsepower, I think that's a decent, not bad.
Okay. Go to your mom.
I like that.
I mean, considering it weighs, under 3,000 pounds. It's
yeah. That's a missile. It's a missile.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. Hell yeah. But hell yeah, man. No, that's lofty goals. That's you hear that, Mopar boys? That's gonna beat you. It's gonna beat you.
Then they still go to Home Depot to pick up some fucking firewood or something.
Yep.
He's
Home
gonna
Depot
get
to
firewood.
pick up some
Got a load
wood.
back.
Maybe a washer dryer.
Yeah, got a washer.
Lifting out of the parking lot.
Got a brand new washer dryer. Look,
Happy that he's finally got weight over the rear axle so that actually catch.
Night catches. Just shitting on him.
God, moving up at the red light.
Yeah. Just popping off. Got the washer rolling. Just have outlet in the back. Have the washer just tumbling as you're going.
Imagine somebody pulling up at Home Depot, two-stepping with a deep freezer in the back. It's going down.
Hell yeah, man.
Bruh, I'm leaving that Home Depot parking lot. I'm going
no smoke.
I'm going to Lowe's. Fuck it.
Yo, I've seen some wild shit.
On Ace Hardware.
Home Depot, Lowe's,
where respectable people hang out at Ace Hardware.
Yeah, man.
I ain't going to Harbor Freight. Everybody there. But,
No, Corey knows I live at Harbor Freight.
Yeah, dude, I love Harbor
Stay.
Freight. I love it. I love it there. I do.
Y'all can talk all the junk you want to.
Nah, I'm good. Go over there, get me a bunch of soccer wrenches for $4. I'm good to go. Fuck.
Yeah. I ain't worried about losing the 10 mil when they cost.
Yeah, I ain't giving shit about 10 mils no more. I'm going to
let Harbor Freight start selling single sockets. It's over.
Oh, bro.
It's over.
They need to sell specifically just 10 mil sockets.
That's what I'm saying. Let them start selling single sockets instead of you having to buy the whole pack, bro.
If y'all listen at Harbor Freight, just make the Skunkwerks branded 10 millimeters, bro.
Hey,
that'd be fire right there,
bro. Y'all make so much
the
money.
Gold 10 mil.
Yeah, just a gold 10 mil. Maybe put an air tag on it. I don't fucking know. I'm just shooting shit at this point. But man, holla at us. We'll hook you up.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, the most important question of the day. Maybe. I don't know. When can people expect to see some mini truck content from you on the channel, my boy?
I don't know. So I'm actually in the process right now of pulling the transmission and installing a concentric what is it? The clutch bearing, right?
You use some big words, and since I don't know what they mean, I'm gonna take it as a defense.
But yeah, while I'm doing that, I'll probably do some recording.
Nice.
Hopefully, I'll have it back together tomorrow.
Okay.
That's the funny thing about working on mini trucks, right? Is like I can drop the transmission. It takes me like 10 minutes.
Hell yeah.
Damn. It's easy peasy. And like throwing it back in, whatever. I've done it so many times. It's just like whatever. This is fine.
Nice.
So yeah, and then I think once I get it back up, I'm just gonna drift the absolute shit out of these tires.
Hey, let's go.
You check those.
Heck yeah.
You might have like a brick of meth. One of those fucking tires. You might want to, or you like pop that tire. Like,
Just
Man, been
go
traffic
fling it
ain't even
everywhere.
realize.
yeah, just,
Oh no! I mean, I got rid of those stock tires.
all
That's
right,
the first thing
all
I
right.
did.
Just
The
I want you
first
to-
thing.
I want to see you on fucking CNN.
Speaking of first 48,
yeah,
Right?
meth outbreak, in
Right?
mini
Yeah.
trucks spreading meth cloud. Come back like 5 o'clock.
man, OD'd on a contact from a burnout he did.
Yeah, you're like, oh, it's the best
Like
takeover
hooligan
ever.
in there,
Oh, my
bleach blowing
God.
out.
Oh God,
Oh man,
I hate it here.
you know what? We I can't let us let D out of here without giving a quick rapid fire. I know it's not part of the script.
Do it.
All right, let's go. Let's do it.
All right, I'll start it off then. First one is the new Supra a Supra?
Mm.
Wait, which one?
The new one, the A90.
The current one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be the newest Supra.
Yes.
That's
Supra.
how that works.
I hate it.
Bam,
Toyota named
Okay.
the Supra. It's the Supra.
boom, nailed it.
There.
Hate it. Hate it here.
What you got, Chad?
RB or 2JD?
2J because I think RBs and Skyline's overrated.
God.
Oh God! Only because wait, and I'll clarify. Only because someone will go out there and spend $30K on a 1990 whatever Skyline when they can be taking that $30K and buying something that's USDM that is just as good or better.
That's fair.
IS 300.
Bet.
I don't know about that, but
Hey, you got a 2J right there. You can take half the price you spent on that
true.
and get a.
True.
Paid 12 bands for my 32, so.
About to spin this real quick.
Uh-oh.
Name 3 ways that Ford is better than Chevy.
I can't.
Engines.
He's like, I can't.
I can't.
Good thing I
can't.
edit these things. So.
Modern engines that aren't just using the same old tech. That's one. Man, that is kind of hard actually. Build quality,
we got
build quality, design, just overall modernization.
Tell y'all about these bow ties.
If you can go get an LS motor, right, and go to the junkyard, get an LS motor, and throw some shit on it that's on an LS motor from like 2025, something wrong. You ain't been doing no modernization.
I mean,
see, you say that, but the 2025 vet engines are completely different now.
I mean, we're talking about Corvette though.
It's still Chevy.
Yeah, it's.
you know what he meant.
I think it's a whole. I think Corvette is a whole other like section. Like
that's the actual smart people at Chevy. They like broke them.
Yeah.
I tell you what, all right, then what vehicle did the LS engine debut in?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I was like, what?
Corvette. 1997 Corvette.
I would have never been able to answer that.
I wouldn't
No.
know. That is a fun fact.
Also the Camaro, but
Probably could, but I'm good.
I'm good.
no, Chevy's needed an update for a while. I mean, they've kept the same architecture for, well, they still use that same architecture. So I recently learned you can't use as many of the LT or LS parts in the LT engine, but like the architecture itself has pretty much stayed the same outside of their flat plane stuff in the Gemini engines.
I'm ready to see them put something else in as the big.
Listen,
Replace that LS. I'm sorry.
it's time.
It's overdue. It's overdue. Like
Yeah.
I'm a B58 guy.
It's gonna be some weird fucking.
Since you bring that up, I came across this video earlier, and since you brought up the hot shots, is a 340i a M3?
Me?
Harrison.
Oh, you don't have to take my opinion. If you go to a BMW website and click on their M series cars, the 340 or 240 or whatever 440 will fall. Their M whatever 40i's will fall under their M car selection. So it's not me saying it; it's BMW saying it.
But then again, like what makes it an M car?
if you ask me what makes an M car, it's the specific engine designation. Traditionally your M cars will have an S whatever engine, which is their sport version of their factory line engine. So you look at like E46, for example, where you had your M54 engines, and then their M3 had their S54. Same thing with like the N54s, their S54s, even with the B58s. You got your B58s in your M340s, 240s, 440s, and the M3s and 4s all have S58s. I think the M2 might be the lone outlier that still has a B58. Don't quote me on that because I've had a lot to drink tonight. So
Hey.
a little bit, a lot. That's an actual measurement.
A little bit, but a lot. I'm gonna go on that website and see if blinkers are actually like.
Make sure you.
What is that?
Yeah, is that standard package on a BMW?
What?
Blinkers?
You have to
I
add.
don't think it's. I don't
You
think
have
it's
to add like the
proper
blinker package
on a BMW.
Yeah.
You know, I don't even get mad when they don't turn them on now because I expect it.
A blinker?
You can't even say it. Sad. This is. God damn it. Fucking.
Ooh, most overrated JDM car.
Ooh.
Skyline.
God
damn.
Shit. You know?
It I mean, come on, man. It is.
You got there.
I think
Overrated or
Skyline.
overpriced?
Bruh.
Is it
Definitely
overrated or
overpriced.
overpriced?
I'm all right.
Okay. If not the Skyline, what? What's overrated? Okay,
I
wait.
I
Okay.
say the NSX is the most overrated car. I don't think it performed as well as everything else. I don't think the potential wasn't there. The aftermarket support never caught on. Now, if you're looking at the most overpriced JDM car, it's kind of Skyline.
Well, okay. I'll take that back. The most overrated JDM car has to be the right-hand drive
3000 GT. Oh, okay,
Civics. Every time I see a dude running around the right hand,
yes,
I'm like,
that's pretty dumb, honestly.
Bruh.
Yeah, did you have to be that JDM?
Yeah. Ooh, cool, bro.
Good job.
Yeah,
you know what? I drive on the right side of right side of my car, and I just have to stare at these idiots with no blinkers that don't use their fucking blinkers. So I'm just now looking.
We're talking about JDMs or BMWs? I'm lost.
All of them. God damn it.
Damn.
I hate all of you. Equally.
Next up, Mopars.
Damn it.
Oh man.
God.
That's all I can think of for now. We're gonna somehow we still gotta get you to fly out here in August for Summerfest and we can berate you in person. But
on that note, man. All right, man. Let's wrap it up. Fuck. Oh damn, we are way over today.
Yeah.
Henry's gonna
do absolutely nothing because he doesn't exist.
Into some content.
He's gonna have an aneurysm or something. Fuck.
I mean, he could have been in here shooting it too.
He could have been. He just could have been catching 350Z strays or something. Pew, 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 pew.
That's the second most overrated JDM car.
I mean, yeah, after Tokyo Drift, I would give it credit. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, that car is pretty fun. I can't.
No, they are fun cars. They are fun cars.
It's pretty fucking fun, man. I wanted to hate it so bad.
You have to, and like Henry is doing it right. Like there are a lot of like 350s that ain't doing it right. They're just like cutting fucking cats and like just being absolute fucking idiots.
Well, he's not doing it too right because he's keeping it naturally aspirated. But
you know, give him time.
I respect that. I think I
don't respect that.
These chicks.
Disrespect.
Just don't respect.
Disrespect shit out of it. Call him a piece of shit. He talks in the group chat. Put a turbo on that motherfucker. What's wrong with you? Boasted. God damn it. All right, man. Well, if y'all don't know D, now you do. And you know, we don't learn y'all something, especially y'all, you know, V8 boys out there about power to weight ratio. Go look it up. Science.com. Next time one of y'all motherfuckers pull up on me on the red light, I'm launching. I usually take it easy on y'all and don't launch and still beat y'all, but this time I will fucking launch the car. And
until that check engine light comes on.
I was just
leave Panda alone. That's it. God damn it, I hate it here.
You brought this on yourself.
Jesus, give me a car that works. That's all I ask.
Hey, at least you get to drive your project car.
Yeah, I just, whatever. That's another story for another time. I just want my money back, Volkswagen. That's all. That's all I want. No. We're still litigating. Sadly, she said 1 to 2 years, bro. I said, what the fuck do you mean? 1 to 2 years. But yeah, man,
even survive that,
bro. I do not. Let me just keep on trucking. Just throwing all kind of car parts on it, and when they want it back, I'll be like, I don't know what happened. I made it better.
Short life for you even more.
Yeah. Good times. But yeah, man, thank y'all for y'all listening. Y'all made it this far. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate y'all. D, you got any last words before I start shutting this shit down, man?
No, man. Do you?
God damn, I'm gonna do me then. God damn it. Well, man, thank y'all again. D, thank you for coming on today, man. Fucking been a long time, but we got you. Come on back, man. I gotta go scrap all the D Where You At merch plans.
He still ain't put together 2 episodes in a row, though. So
That's fair. So, I'm gonna put them in the recycle bin and I'm gonna just sit on them for a little bit. Sit on them. But yeah, man. Let's see. You boys got any shout outs you want to give before I do the ragtag closeout? I got a couple, man. I just want to say shout out to all the guests that we've had.
Yeah.
Over the past couple months.
For sure.
We had fuck, man, I am drawing a blank. Donuts and Booty Boys, Houston Speed Freaks, and the Godfather himself graced us with his presence. Thank y'all. We got guests coming, man. We got a special one next week. It'll be interesting episode next month. And yeah, that's all I got.
Don't forget about Phantom Nation.
Oh, yeah.
And our boy Rich.
Yeah, Joel at Phantom Nation, man. And speaking of which, yeah, we are planning. Do we want to announce, or I'll let you announce? You got all the details.
I have all the details you guys have, but yeah, I'll just roll into my shout outs too.
All right, fair enough.
Shout out to Joel, hosting Phantom Nation. We will absolutely be there. We're getting the whole gang together. Not only that, we're going to team up with Donuts and Booty. We're going to have a vendor spot out there where we're going to be doing a live show, selling some merch. D&B's bringing out their models, the OG models, minus the weirdo who only look good from one angle, I guess.
Oh, man, I was hoping she'd be there.
If she is there, this is going to make it for a really awkward live episode. But
it's not. I'm here. I'm interviewing the shit out of her. I'm like, what's up?
So yeah, shout out to those guys. Shout out to Pat and Rich. We got some collabs coming up with those guys.
Yeah.
And like Chad said, man, we got more in the works. It's just
more in the works, man.
Champagne problems now. It's getting hard to keep up with.
Facts though.
It's true. And it's true. And oh man, shout out to Ty, man. Ty had a baby. I don't know if y'all saw his social media.
We did.
Congratulations to Ty Magger, man. Once you get over the fucking sleepless nights, man, come on back. Come on back, bro. Come on back.
Always welcome
to the gang. Well, yeah, you're always welcome, man. But Corey, got anybody you want to holler? Yeah.
Nah, not yet. I gotta keep thinking.
Okay, yeah. Not fair.
Yeah,
NDA. That man got NDA.
Shout out JT. Get his ass back.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
come
JT.
on here, J Tizzle.
JT, where you at?
He in Texas.
That's gonna be the new t-shirt. JT, where you at? God damn.
JT, where you at? We're gonna just go
back.
I'm reaching at this point.
Scumbag made it coming up. I mean, after 26 episodes, it works. Apparently,
it does.
I mean,
It does work. We get them. We finally get them. We got them, boys. We got them. God damn it, man. But yeah, man, stay tuned. For next month, man, we gonna have a new guest. We still working out logistics and stuff, but it'll be a good one. It'll be a good one. We're gonna be talking about probably wheels. Here, y'all guys, a little little teaser, little wheels.
Apparently, they're important.
Maybe.
I mean,
I don't know.
With the type of roads we got around here,
they're gonna
be dead.
Yeah, they're gonna be dead.
If you're a car guy, wheel guys matter.
Wheel guys matter. Wheel guys matter too. Stance.
If you're saying, then they probably don't matter at all.
You know,
we need to find a real repair guy.
Word. Well,
I definitely need a couple of
actually, boys.
My bad, Henry. It was an accident.
We probably got one.
It was a really hard hitting accident, but it was an accident.
It was an accident.
Every time I hit a pothole, I'm like,
yep. Just cringe and turn the radio up.
Yep.
That's my song.
Can't hear it, but about broken neck because it bottomed out.
It ain't. If I can't hear it, it ain't broke, bro.
It's not dragging. This is a sick ass bass line.
This song is tight. But yeah, man, thank y'all again. And again, please, if you're watching this on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe. That helps us out with the algorithm, so we can continue to get drunk on camera and have a good time and shit on.
And tell us who we need to bring on here.
Yeah. If y'all got recommendations, or if you watching it and you own a scat pack and you feel like you're fucking honest in the smoke, hey,
come stand your ground.
Or better yet, show up at Summerfest and we'll settle this live on camera.
Yeah, we can settle on camera. I ain't gonna race because I probably won't too, but whatever. And I got my kids, so yeah. I've got every excuse under the book to not do anything for Summerfest. I'm just here. Nah, man, we'll fucking make it happen. I can, tell the kids.
Stuff will work.
Yeah, we'll make it work.
It'll buff out.
Fucking smite you at Summerfest. I don't give a shit. I don't even know the fucking roads out there. I'm just going willy-nilly with a fucking eye patch on. Fuck it. I don't give a shit. That's how I die. All right, man. Well, again, like, comment, subscribe. Hit us up on all major podcast outlets, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, I don't know, whatever else does fucking podcasts these days.
Yep.
And then again, go check the website out. Check us on Instagram, man, at skunkwerks.projects. Go to the website, www.skunkwerksprojects.com with an E, not an O. And
he nailed it.
Did I nail
Beautiful. Nailed it.
That boy good.
That boy good. That boy good. Oh God. Well,
it took him a year.
Yeah, it only took me like a year. Well, boys, like Diddy and all his baby oil, we gonna slide the fuck out of here. We out, everybody. Good night. Y'all have a good one. Peace.